Hey guys, how's everyone's day going? Since Solo, a Star Wars story, is not doing so well in the box office, in this video I would like to tell you what standalone movies I think Disney and Lucasfilm should make next. I think the reasoning on why Solo is not doing so well box office wise is because not a lot of people care about the character as much and not as emotionally invested into the character like we are with Luke Skywalker. So with that being said, these are the 10 standalone movies I think should be made next. On a side note, they are not in any particular order. Number 1 is Darth Maul. Darth Maul has always been a fan favorite after his return to the Star Wars universe in the Clone Wars TV show. I think it is time for him to get his own movie. The movie should take place before the events in Episode 1. It also should show us when Palpatine trained him and show him how they met and explain everything on how he became a Sith assassin. Number 2 is Count Dooku. I've always wanted to know the reasonings on why Dooku left the Jedi Order. So this movie should show us the reasoning on why he left and show us how Palpatine manipulated him into becoming a Sith Lord. Also, they should tell us how he and Qui-Gon Jinn met and also show some of his training. Number 3 is Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn has always been one of my favorite Jedi Masters. In this movie, I would like them to show us how Count Dooku found him and show us his training as a Jedi Padawan. And also, they should show us the meeting Obi-Wan Kenobi and show his training under Qui-Gon Jinn. The ending of the movie should lead right into Episode 1. Number 4 is Anakin Skywalker. Now I know what you're going to say. We have 6 movies of this character. We actually don't. I would like this movie to pick up right after Episode 1 left off, just like how the now Legends book Darth Plagueis ended, and also show us Anakin's younger years and training leading into Episode 2. Number 5 is Palpatine. This movie should show us Palpatine's younger years and show him rising up on the political stage, and show us how he met his master Darth Plagueis. Also show us his training on how he became a Sith Lord and show us what he had to do to start his Sith training. Number 6 is Darth Plagueis the Wise. In this movie, they should show us his training as a Sith Lord under his master Darth Tenebrous, and show us the eventual meeting of him and Palpatine and show his training as a Sith Lord. And they should show us how involved he was in the events of Episode 1 and tell us his plans for the revenge of the Sith. And lastly, show us if he could actually save someone from death. Number 7 is Darth Bane. This movie should show us what life was like in the Sith Empire and also show us his training and finally how the Sith Empire would never work and how he formed the new Sith Order, the Rule of Two. Number 8 is the Old Republic. Now this is something that all Star Wars fans want to see, including myself. This movie should show us what was happening during that time and show us the battles between the Sith and Jedi used to have. With Disney recently signing the creators of the Game of Thrones TV series, if this was going to happen, I think these guys would be the ones to do it. And plus, they have the experience of making stuff that takes place in ancient times. This would be perfect because the Old Republic takes place thousands of years before the New Hope. Number 9 is Snoke. Since we got no answers on Snoke in The Last Jedi, I think it is time for him to get his own movie so we can finally have our answers and who he is and where he is from. And also I would like to see how he rose to power. Number 10, lastly, Luke Skywalker. In this Luke Skywalker movie, they should show us the events that took place in between the Return of the Jedi and the Force Awakens. They should show us his Jedi Academy and show us how it fell and show us the training of Ben and finally how Ben turned against him and joined Snoke. And the bonus movie is the long-awaited Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. This movie needs to take place after Revenge of the Sith and before New Hope. They should show us Kenobi looking over Luke Skywalker and show how he stayed in shape during that time. And they should show him communicating with Qui-Gon Jinn through the Force. And also show his PTSD of the fight he had with Anakin on Mustafar. And even though we saw this in Rebels, I would like to see the final fight between him and Maul. So that is the 10 standalone movies I think Disney and Lucasfilm should make next. So that wraps up today's video. If you liked this video, please click that like button down below. And if you want to see more videos like these, please consider subscribing. And remember, The Force will be with you, always.